Okay, I apologize for the interruption. My girlfriend just called me. Apparently, she's bringing me food. She thought I was still working on the final essay in the library, so she called me in order to get a hold of me, to find me, and to cut off the video. I apologize. I hope this is working together. If in the end I have to submit it as two separate YouTube videos, I really apologize. I hope it doesn't have to, but I'm afraid that's going to how it's be. Um, anyways, I had another about 5 minutes of talking to do. 5 or 10 minutes. I believe I was the point of just discussing the irony that Americans don't want Americans to act like Americans when representing America. It's very strange, and the fact that it's like they believe that their culture is uncultured. They have patriotism, they feel for their culture, they appreciate the things that they have with them, but they never seem to want an American to act like an American outside of America. What that says on how Americans actually feel about themselves is kind of odd. But there does seem to be this sense, as speaking as an American, speaking rather offhandedly right now, I don't have any sources for this, but just personally, I do feel like European cultures focus a lot more on manners, and we don't. Isn't necessarily a bad thing. I feel that we have a bit more freedoms with how we are able to act. We're a bit more free about a lot of different things. Also, again, this novel was written a while ago, so a lot of the ideas being conveyed are a bit old school, I guess you could call them, in their sensibilities. So, I'm sorry, that phone call really cut me off. I was on a roll. But essentially, I just really liked this section because it was their first true meeting, and it was interesting to see Winterbourne kind of stumble through something that you could tell he's not used to stumbling with. He's used to cleverly and carefully manipulating his words and his actions as he progresses through both the European culture, which he's probably more used to, not having been in America for a while. But then he comes across these Americans who have no sensibilities for the European culture, especially Daisy, who he's very focused in. She has no idea about the differences between the American and European cultures. She has no ideas, especially being a woman. They're so radically different, the way she's supposed to act in Europe as a woman, as opposed to how women act in America at that time. They're so radically different that he's just thrown for a loop, and it's really interesting to see him trying to express the mimicry that I spoke of earlier in order to fit in with her. It's very strange. He doesn't seem to understand what to say, when to say it, how to say it. He's trying to work with European ideals. They don't seem to be working, so he's trying to revert back to his American ideals, but it's been so long since he's used them that he keeps intermixing European ideals, and they're so radically different that he just gets really confused. And he eventually just relies on the little brother and starts asking the little brother for information, and then starts speaking with the mother, and just kind of, when it comes to the mother, he just kind of reverts back to respect for adults. But when it comes to someone his age, and to be honest, he's rather young, and as a young adult, you know, manners don't always play in. There's a bit of forgiveness in regards to how someone acts in terms of their manners or lack thereof. He speaks fine with the mother. He's just respectful to her, as everyone should be to someone who's older than them, as their, unstated authority figure. He gets along fine with the little kid because the little kid, quite honestly, does not care how he's talked to as long as someone is talking to him and giving him attention. Scene when Daisy tells little boy to ask Winterbourne's name, and the kid just completely disregards and keeps talking and telling Winterbourne more information about the family, which is good for Winterbourne. It's against the sense of manners to say, hey, what's your name? Okay, this is my name, to be respectful. Kid doesn't know, kid doesn't care. He's just happy that he feels important and that someone's listening to him, so he just keeps talking about it, which is rather amusing, because if you ever get a kid talking, it doesn't matter what about, they'll talk as long as they feel that someone is listening to them, and that's what that little boy feels. To continue on all of it, that's basically the reason why I chose this specific reading to do. I have to go submit it now. I hope that works. I hope it works. I fear it's going to take a little bit of time. It might be a little later than 6, so I do apologize if it is. I had a lot of trouble last time working with it. I hope I don't have that trouble this time, but you know, it happens if you do. So I apologize. On a side note, just because I'm already got your attention, I really enjoyed this class, and I am taking American Romanticism next semester with you, and I'm really looking forward to that because I really had fun. Thank you.